once again, you already know who it is. Derek Diablo, Diablo. And I completed my week in Plymouth, my initiation into British boxing, you understand? With Plymouth brethren, Plymouth boys, you know? Doghouse, Team Tasker, you understand? And now I'm in Basingstoke, get ready to begin training with my coach here, who shall remain nameless for the moment. Now then, different British boxing styles. British boxing itself is a style, and then you got sub-style. Every different guy got their own style. You know, every different coach, every different fighter, you know, something like that, right? So, in immersing myself into it, going to the gym, doghouse boxing, Bodylines, right? And training with a man like Bradley Doghouse, right? Also training with Sean Tasker, Team Tasker, right? So I've gotten a insight into the Plymouth boxing scene, particularly the white collar scene, unlicensed. What I'm involved in, because I got the fight July 21st, influencer title elimination match, Clapham Grand, London. I'll put the links. Buy tickets for me and buy the pay-per-view for me. Now then, I don't got it written out and everything like that, just reflecting. So, you know, I trained during the week, met a lot of boys, and that stayed focused. I didn't get to didn't go knocking around the pubs, and that went the first night Motley playing. But after that, I saw a lot of boys, a lot of football lads, other boys, you know, effort boot boys and so forth. Cheers. I didn't get to see you this time because I focused all week on training. Now then, the figures I like to mention. You got the Glenn Mitchell. Now, these first ones that I mentioned, these are guys that got a big name, or veterans or legends, and I want to study up under them. You know, I want to train with them, do at least a session, get to know them, and they had time for me, and it was an honor for me to meet them at the show. You know what I mean? I loved the shows. It was a great show. Doghouse Boxing, main event, man like Matt McCreary, feel me, Dirty Harry. So I got to meet him, and he's a bit of a local legend and everything, but he's still an active fighter. He was the main event. So, you know what I mean? It's like when I see the quality of these levels of fighters, I feel like maybe they're being held back because of Plymouth. Other people don't want to give them an opportunity because there's Matt McCreary. I don't know. Yeah, he could maybe any belt that's out there. I'm sure he's in contention to it for straight away. So now then, cheers to him. And I met his son as well, a man like Vinny. He came up and said hello to me. Cheers to you, brother. Get back into the boxing. He told me, you said you got out of it. Now then, going on, you got Glenn Mitchell. And Glenn Mitchell, he's an old timer. He's a street fighter as well. You know, skinhead tradition like me. And he was. I want to hear him tell some more stories about other stuff besides just boxing. You know, he's a bit of a character, as I am. You feel me? Cheers to you. Then you got a man like Wayne Wheeler, very accomplished. I heard quite a bit about him. His name was always getting mentioned with the boxing legends, so to speak, in Plymouth. Cheers, a man like Wayne Wheeler. Then you got a younger fella, and he's acclaimed for his training prowess, and he's called Ricky Parsonage, and he was, you know, got on with him, and he offered to do a lesson with me, give me some pointers and so forth, everything like that. Then you got we just with the team Doghouse, you got a man like Jamie Thompson, and he he got quite a reputation in the street, as I found out, and I seen a bit of it firsthand. I had a great time with him. Cheers, Jamie. They got up and coming fighter coming out of the Doghouse, talking about Lloyd Rowe, understand? And I believe he's also a male model and everything like that. He don't got too much time for too many people, it seems like, but he had time for me. And I was in the gym working, and I'm looking at all the people. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna, you know, put me in a gauntlet at the end, that kind of stuff we do back home, you know, to see me try to get somebody to knock me out. I don't know what's in store for, but I'm peeping all the fighters in there. I seen that boy in there. I said, I have to go get me a pasty. I had to pack a lunch if I gotta go in with this one. You know, I was noticing him. Dangerous. They got experience. Lloyd Rowe. Keep an eye for. And then on the team Tasker, you got the man Coach Tasker, and then his missus. He's a kickboxing. He's got a lot of it. I fought for a British championship. His wife, Mrs. was a champion, I believe, stuff like that. So he's boxing coach and kickboxing, obviously. That's a Sean Tasker. And then he's got a Damo. Cheers to Damo. Show me mad respect, mad love. And I got a lot of time for that, man. Talking about Damon Ware. And I've been talking about doing my own show in time. Right now I'm with DK and Plush. I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do. But in time, I'm going to make my own show. And I would like to have the co-main event, or if I'm not on the show, main event, Damon Ware, Damo versus a man like Dante Hawkins, starting them yids. Cheers to you, Dante. Now then, going further, who else? We go in Team Tasker, you got the Love Island. You got that young man, and I got a lot of time for him. I got on with him, you understand? Traveling background, young boy. You know what I mean? I got plenty of time for everybody I just mentioned. The legends and so forth and the seniors, I want to train with them and study from them and learn from them and hear the history. And, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll get some of these boys on the DKM Plush, because there's a stable of fighters. There's like 26 or more fighters already. All dangerous, all good to go. It's like a family in there. Understand? I got him accepted by that family. And I'm sure I'm leaving out names too that I'm gonna wish I mentioned, but I'll do a follow-up video, and maybe you'll see some of the Plymouth brethren, the Plymouth boys, come along with me in that DKM Plus, and you'll be hearing more about it, brother. I'll be the manager. Not then. And then in closing, talking about the event and talking about the show, it's you know, normally it's not unusual for fights to happen and stuff like that. Thankfully, I was there. There was no trouble, not because I was there. In fact, you know, I did get pulled. I got pulled by a few of the boys from my own firm, let's say, you know, TCE, Central Element firm. And, you know, there is an overlap of boxing and football casuals, let's say, yeah? Thing is, I'm trying to bring the combat into the combat sports where it's appropriate, but still the lad culture and everything like that. There's boxing lads, but there's an overlap of football lads and boxing lads. Some are both, few are both. Shout out to a man like Carson Gardner. He's got a fight coming up October. Waist, baby Waist, that's my mate right there. Understand? He's Team Tasker. And his mate, Ronnie Rice, you understand? He won his fight. He had a fight. He's also, you know, with the element and everything like that. Cheers to Ronnie Rice. Then these other, I did get pulled by some boys, and let's say, you know, they're not my fans. All right, and these firms, this is all throughout this sort of street culture and brotherhoods that I've been in. You feel me? There's always going to be different factions of people who don't like each other within the same crew and everything like that. So, you know, my brother Adder, rest in peace, you know, missed him by a week. Just had his birthday too. Happy birthday to your brother. So I could go on with boys that I'm mates with from the past and everything like that, from the football fraternity, as it were. But there are other boys, and they're keeping it going, and you know what I mean? They earned their place in this thing, and I'm happy to be accepted in it, but I'm not accepted by everybody, let's say. And 3 boys basically pulled me and checked me a bit, and put me right on some things. Hey, you know, if I'll make mistakes. I get it wrong. I'm interpreting the football lad culture from America, you know, in America, and then I'm coming back here, so. You know, the way I look at it, sure, some people don't want to be known, but basically it's like all these firms, people writing books about them and making movies. That's why I'm here. That's how I know about all this. That's how I got here. See what I mean? But for other lads, it's their dirty little secret. And it's something they do and they don't want it to be talked about. So I never got nobody stitched up or anything. I'm talking about old history of going back into the A38s and, you know, going back into the history. You know, the history of the Swilly boys, Swilly Defense Regiment, and all this sort of thing that I'm into. So there is an overlap. And some of those boys were out there, and, you know, hey, these good boys. But they did pull me aside, and we had some words. And to that man, that OG, that told me some things. Cheers to you. And they were respectful, they were nice. But at the same time, they made the presence felt, put me right on a couple of things. Cheers. So in conclusion, that was pretty awesome. I loved it. I loved the whole week, and now I'm you know, I know a lot of people now in the boxing scene, and this is going to benefit me personally with my technique and my skill and sparring partner, a man like Simon. Ooh, can't forget the man like Simon. And the mouth of the South, Jamie, that host. I got on really well with him as well. Cheers to you, bro. So, can't wait to come back. I'll be back in Plymouth soon. To the Plymouth brethren, I love you. Cheers. Green Army.